A lot of people watching this morning, obviously. Shidor wins his first NFL start. His father was excited. Browns fans were excited. I think we all were excited. It's a great time. Well, Raiders fans weren't excited, but everything else, I was excited.
Yeah, well, it depends. If you were a Raiders fan and got all decked out, but the Raider fans that don't go to the games that know what they're doing, right? I mean, that is a tank job. To not replace the quarterback at any point, you're not really focused on winning, right?
Yeah, but you have Ashton Jenney there, you have Brock Bowers there, and you're not getting the. I mean, they fired Chip Kelly for a reason.
When Geno Smith is taking sacks on fourth down,
it's the third Raiders game I've seen this year, and he is getting annihilated in every one of those. And they would. The other games, they'd show Kenny Pickett on the sidelines, like, with his helmet on and ready.
I think
he's staying out.
I think they have no faith in Kenny Pickett at all. I mean, they were talking about Aiden O'Connell when he first got activated, that he might be the backup.
But you have to replace a quarterback. When it's that bad, you have to. Yeah, even if you don't think it's all the quarterback's fault, like, you can't just keep it. I mean, Ross Tucker was eviscerating Geno Smith's decision-making in that game, and I'm like, well, he's kind of under fire.
He is under fire. I mean, but he should have been. I mean, it was just a mess from there. I thought at some point, I wrote down that I was like, are they going to make a QB change here, QB switch?
I think you just have to keep people interested, your own teammates interested, right?
You would think so, but there they were, and they're going to put it on their offensive coordinator, and frankly, I mean, I don't need to care about the Raiders, and neither do you. Can I just say one thing before we set sail with everything else? I think the Raiders have made a massive mistake in moving to Las Vegas. Now, monetarily, they would laugh in my face, and rightfully so. But you have robbed what made the Raiders special for a long time. Like, people come to Cleveland. I grew up believing that we were pretty inhospitable to other fan bases. You hear about the dog pound and the Muni lot and things like that. It's not really like that. Like, yeah, there's definitely Browns fans who get into it and get after other fan bases, and the team hasn't been that good, except with the exception of a couple of years. I don't know why I said that. With the exception of a couple of years, they haven't been that good. But you see there's a lot of people who make trips to Cleveland to watch their team play. They didn't do that in Oakland. Nobody wanted to go to the Coliseum to go see a game. No offense to the city of Oakland or the Bay Area. Nobody wanted to go to the Coliseum to go, like, I'm going to go on a trip. There might have been a couple of hardcore fans. That's about it. I mean, that place, even when they were bad, it's the black hole. It was a lot of fun. Now it's just a vacation destination, and it's a takeover every single week. And there was a ton of Browns jerseys, a ton of orange shirts. It was, it looked like a Browns home game.
They're used to it. It's probably every week. That's got to be disheartening. Yeah. But, I mean, what's the equivalent? Like, what if the Browns moved to Columbus? How many of the Browns fans here in Cleveland wouldn't a bunch just drop off? Because they're like, well, they're not Cleveland anymore.
Yeah, I mean, but geez, like
I wonder how many Raiders fans just lost interest.
I mean, they were in this area where I know it's like, hey, Los Angeles, Oakland, it's not necessarily the closest thing, but it's still like out there. And now they're just in Vegas, and people just don't seem to care. They don't see, and this is one of the most historic, fun franchises I think you'd ever see. And I know you hate them. You're a Chiefs fan.
I do think those people you go, who are you a fan of now? Oh, I'm a Raiders fan. Did you watch them? No.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mean, there's probably a lost interest in the actual, but they probably just lost interest in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, there was my one buddy Scott, who was my boss at the pizza shop. They're from San Diego, big Chargers fan. They moved to L.A. He's like, I'm going to be a Browns fan. To hell with it. Still a Browns fan, too. Holding on, even though Justin Herbert's kicking ass and taking names. All right, 216-474-0092. Enough beating around the bush. Sorry about that. Shedeur Sanders, what did you think? Did you think he was good? He was good?
Okay,
you going to use that word? We're going to use the word good?
Well, you said damn good at the start.
Well, I'm excited.
Like, was he damn good?
I'm excited.
I mean, the offense will not grade out well.
No.
I already saw the advanced analytics.
Oh, the EPA was bad.
They said it was a negative game.
Yes. The success rate was bad. The success rate was like 23 or 25%.
Somehow Geno Smith had a higher QBR. Like, how is that possible?
I don't know about that.
How is that possible?
Count negative sack yards.
No, I mean, if you switched them, like if Shedeur would have been on the Raiders, I don't think that would have gone too well for him.
No.
So
Shedeur would still be running through the hallways, running for his life.
Yeah, am I comparing Shedeur to normal quarterback play in the NFL, or am I comparing it to Browns rookie since 1999?
I think that's what you're comparing it to. I think that's what I need to compare it to.
Then it's damn good.
I think you need to compare. Yes, and I think we need to compare it to this because I really don't care in this game. Like if Shedeur starts to take off and we start to measure him against other quarterbacks, then I think I bring in. Well, look at the success rate. Well, look at the EPA, and some of this stuff isn't very good. But it's your first outing, and frankly, again, there's so much that was against it where you didn't have a lot of reps. He is a 5th-round guy. There's a lot of things there that you just have to take care of him. And I told you before, the stats did not need to jump off the chart.
Yeah.
Just don't go out there and look like you're lost and go try to win the football game. And he didn't look like he was lost at all.
I didn't think he was
lost at all. And they
went out
and they won the football game. And then he bounced back after that. Interception was terrible. And he bounced right back after. The defense, they held their own, obviously. And then you're able to bounce right back after that and keep moving the offense. I think he did everything I asked him to do. That's everything I asked the Browns to do. And that's why I'm excited this morning.
Yeah.
They did what I want them to do. And it didn't need to jump off the page statistically. I'm not asking for that right now.
I guess here's the question going forward. Like, I want him to start against San Francisco.
Yes.
And San Francisco plays tonight. So,
yes,
you
they
know,
do.
every time they play, they lose a guy for the year, it seems. So
They're playing Carolina, I think? Yeah, Carolina.
Who knows what their roster is going to look like? Obviously, their 2 best defensive players are done for the year, but they're still a formidable team. They're well coached, and they're going to the playoffs, or at least, right? Record-wise, the 49ers are going
7-4, they're right there in the thick of things, yeah.
So obviously, I want Shidor to start this week. I don't really have any interest in seeing Dylan Gabriel. But moving forward, like I came into this week with no expectations. And so he definitely outperformed no expectations. Should I go into the 49ers game with no expectations and grade it that way, or do I have to treat him like a normal NFL quarterback? Because if he plays like he did yesterday against the 49ers, my guess is they will lose.
Can I hold that until tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe later in the show.
Now, you told me before the game that you were going to show this fan base that you are who they've been looking for. How do you think you did that?
I think I showed a couple of great pieces. It's some things I wish, I could get back. But, man, a win is crazy. It's amazing, off of 1 week of practice, you know what I mean? This 1 week of practice. So imagine, what a full offseason look like. It get dangerous. But it's just a 1 week of practice, so I'm just truly thankful, that everything happened.
Our last quarterback said something about being dangerous. There ended up being a problem there. Everything else I love, just don't say dangerous, please. I got bad memories popping up in my head. 216-474-0092. Coming up at 8:20 this morning, Dangerous Darryl Ryder going to join us on the show.
Was that a pitch? Was that his elevator pitch to the Browns front office?
I think the elevator pitch should be the rest of the players. The elevator pitch should be Myles Garrett whooping it up on the sidelines. That's the elevator pitch.
No, but I mean, is that the pitch for next year? Like, I better be the starting quarterback next year for this team. You don't need to draft a quarterback.
Well, it's a question even Sunday, right? Kevin was asked that question about Sunday, and here's what Kev had to say.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. Obviously, proud of him and proud of this offense, and there are a ton of things to learn from, but I'm just going to worry about today.
Well, hopefully that's more Aaron Glenn than real life. Hopefully that was just him being like, oh yeah, we're not gonna name a starter yet, and then it ended up being Justin Fields, which still ended up being a bad call, by the way. Hopefully that's just a little bit of gamesmanship, because if they go back to Dylan Gabriel, man, I don't know if we're just seeing what we got here, and this is what this year is. I've seen enough, Dylan. Go ahead.
Here's Myles Garrett on the throw, the big throw to Isaiah Bond. They asked Myles in the postgame. Here's Myles on that.
He put it up, and I'm just like, oh God, who was I even going to? I wasn't even looking down there to see IB, and then I'm just looking. I'm like, oh God, please. And he drops it in the bucket, and he reaches it out. I'm like, please, just don't fumble into the end zone. He reaches out, but he keeps possession, and I'm just like, wow, there's not many guys in the league that can make that throw. So that was a hell of a throw. I hope he can continue to grow and develop, for making plays like that, and they'll take it from there.
It's just Miles and Wadsworth. That's what a caller would say. Telling you. It's just Miles and Wadsworth.
Isn't that funny how we're to the point?
He's a lifer now.
That's how the defense talks about the offense. Who's he throwing to? Like, there's just no faith whatsoever in anything on that side of the ball. And now I think Shidor might have made him a bit of a believer.
Well, think about Myles Garrett, who's got 18 sacks now. You've got to sit there and go, if I had that quarterback play all season, where would I be in the MVP vote right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, if
he would at least have won a Defensive Player of the Week honor for his
You would
5-sack or 4-sack performance.
Well, this is the one of the bigger things here is that he sounds like every Browns fan we've ever met, because I think there are a lot of people probably watching on TV, and when he let the thing fly, you're going, oh God, like you don't know where it's going to go, and you had no idea. And it's not him. It's not just him. It's everybody else that's came around. I mean, it's everybody else. It's Dylan Gabriel throwing in the whoop, that type of pass that's happened before, that landed nowhere, that had no help and no shot. And this is a shot. These are shot plays here, and this is a guy who keeps his eyes downfield. That's why
this is what, if you watch the rest of the NFL, that's normal. I know Miles said there's only a few guys that can make that. I watch the NFL. A bunch of teams actually have quarterbacks that
NFL
throw the ball.
Quarterbacks make those.
Yes, a bunch of. That's how foreign it is to Miles that he thought that play doesn't happen. I watch the NFL every week, and I'm like, wow. I saw Jackson Dart making throws like that, and that's a rookie. Like, it is possible. It's a foreign concept because we don't see it. We haven't seen it all year. Even when Joe was playing, you were barely seeing any of the vertical ability.
So we're both on the record like he's the starter next week for us.
Yes.
Okay, what if they don't make him the starter next week?
I don't know if I'll have any interest in watching that game. It's holiday time for me, man. Like, it's ridiculous if he's not the starter.
My first reaction would be, because I've been the one saying they're not sabotaging him, they don't hate him, the staff doesn't hate him, Kevin doesn't hate him, anything like that.
That'd be the first time
It'd be the first time I'd have to sit there and kind of stare at the phone and go, I've been above conspiracy for a long time, it seems, but then I'm going to go, what?
Or would that just be them thinking this was a fluke?
Yeah.
This was a total fluke yesterday.
Guys, it might have been. It might have been. San Francisco's a good team. They're 7-4. Okay? Now, they've lost guys all over the place, but they're still a good team. It might be a fluke. I'm not above it being a fluke, but I don't care. I want somebody, if we're just going to see if they're 3-8, we ain't going anywhere. So if we're just going to see what it is, I'll take a 30,000-foot approach myself, and I'm going to go, your teammates around him are excited. The fan base is excited. It might not have been, and guys, there's a lot of shot plays in there. There isn't a lot of 8-yard slant, 6-yard slant, first down, handoff, first down. There's not a lot of driving in that game that's gone on. I'm fine with that. It was a week of practice. It was 3 days. It was 3 days. I am fine with that, and I want to see more. And if he goes out there and he looks hapless against the 49ers and we come in here next Monday, it's like, okay, it's the way it goes. I want to see more. It sounds so mean to Dylan Gabriel, and he's just doing what he can do.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's not like he's not trying. Lima doesn't care. I kind of care. I don't need to see any more Dylan Gabriel. No. If this is an evaluation year and we're evaluating, now it's time to evaluate. It's time to evaluate a guy who has a ceiling, a higher ceiling than what the other guys have. So I'm going to go and evaluate that guy. And if it turns out he can't run an offense and he turns around against San Francisco or whoever else and he just sees 15 guys there, then fine, we'll talk about that. But based on that performance, now we're going to, oh, no. He needs more time. No. If anything, Dylan can get a little bit of a breather then. And have the career backup be the backup. I'd be perfectly fine with that.